let me first introduce how to begin a single magic ring. You need to use your right hand to hold this end of the yarn, and then make your right hand with the yarn to cross your pinky finger and wrap it one round, and then make it come to the index finger and then arrive the middle finger, and use your thumb to press here and wrap it one round around the middle finger, and then use your thumb to press the crossing. And then you just need to insert your hook underneath this loop, and then make your hook to yarn over like a single crochet, and then continue. So this is the beginning of the single magic ring, and usually we can use the magic ring to start a single crochet and also other patterns of a crochet. So let us just use the single crochet as the example, and on the other hand, we can also decide how many stitches we need around the magic ring, and for this session we just need 6 as an example. So let us begin the first one with the single crochet. So usually for the first stage, we better to make it looser, otherwise it would not be easy to identify it again. So just make it through the 2 loops, and you can see that there is the first V here, and usually for the beginner it is better to mark it again, and otherwise we might not remember which one is the first one, and we still need to have another 5 here, so just to continue these same steps. The second one, third, fourth, 5, 6. So after we have done the 6th one, let us just count how many stitches we have on the magic ring, around the magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have finished the 6 stitches here, and then let us just make the loop larger to avoid it disappearing. And so you can see that this is just the single magic ring, and this line, there is only one line here, so I just call it single magic ring. And to finish it, just tug this end, and then to make it close. And then it is almost done, but we still need a final step. Let us just take our hook again and insert into the loop. That is the last loop, and make it suitable for the hook, and to hold this part of the yarn. And let us just connect the last stage with the first one we have marked. So here I need to take this marker down and to make you to see it more clearly. And actually you can see that there are 2 loops left here, and in order to make them connected, and in this way we need a slip stitch. That is, we do not need to yarn over again, and we just pull the first stage through this following one. And finally we get only the loop on the hook. And let us just count how many stitches we have on the first round. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let us just mark it again that this is the last stage we have. That is this one. So you may ask, what is this? What is this one? This one is just as a slip stitch that we have used to close the last two loops. So this is not a part of the first round and also not a part of second round. So this is just for connection. And let us just to introduce another to introduce how to start another round. And to start a new round, we need one chain. For the single crochet, we need one chain, and for other kinds of crochet, we may need 2 or 3. So let us just take the single crochet as example. And for the second round, we need to make it larger. Otherwise, it is always so small. So to make it larger, we need 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And for the first stage, we need to insert our hook into the first stage here, and then finish the single crochet in the stage. And remember this stage here. This stage here is the first stage of the second round, and you need to mark it here. And remember, this is the first one. So you can see that between the last stage of the first round and the first stage of the second round, there are 2 small stitches left here. This one is the slip stitch for connection. This one is the chain 1 for the beginning of the second round. So no matter how many rounds we have finished, we usually need to skip these 2. We do not need to make crochet onto the 2 stages. And maybe later you will become much more clear about this. So let us just come back to our first stage. We have done the first stage for the second round, and because we want to make it larger, so we need 2 single crochet into each stage. So we still leave another one for the first stage. So let's just finish it. So this is the second stage for the second round, and then let us come to the second stage of the first round. And in this same stage, we also need 2 single crochet. This is the first single crochet, and insert our hook into the same stage to get another one. So come to the third crochet, also the same step. We need 2 single crochet into the same stage. Okay, false one. And the fifth one. And here we come to the last stage. We need to remember on the last stage we also need 2 single crochet, and then we will close the crochet for the second round. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put it through the loops and then come to the last one. Same stage, 2 single crochet, so let us just finish the last one. So here you may see this last stage would be the 12th stage of the second round, because totally the second round we have done 12 stage. So let us just double confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. For the 12th one, we come to the marker here. So that's it says that we did not make any missing, or we did not also wrongly increase any other stitch. So coming here, we need, you can see that these are the 2 stages I have mentioned in the beginning. This one is for the slip stage for connection, and this one is the chain 1 for the starting of the next round. So we just skip these 2. We do not do anything for these 2 small V's, and we just come to the first stage of the second round and make another slip stage, and then put this loop through this loop and get another one. So for the next round, you just need a chain again, and then start your third round again. So let us just stop here, and so because this lesson I just want to know how to make a single magic ring. But you may see that let me just cut the yarn first. Okay, and then you may see that this is the beginning end of the yarn when we just start the magic ring, and you can see that there is a very obvious hole here, so we may need to make some more actions to make it closer and to weave it around this back part of this small face shape, and then to make it loose, otherwise to make it fasten and secure, otherwise it will become too loose again. So you can see that here. So that's why I call it a single magic ring. And next I will also introduce another method to make the magic ring and to make it here much more secure. Okay, let me just start again. So this time let me start with the double magic ring. So the same first step, use your right hand to wrap the yarn around your pinky finger and come to your index finger, and then arrive finally at the middle finger. And the difference will be here. And for the single magic ring, we just wrap it one round. But for this double magic ring, we wrap it twice. So there would be 2 rings here, and let us just place the crossing. And insert our hook underneath the loop and the yarn over to get the start stage. So this is just for the beginning, and let us just also make 6 single crochet around the ring. So first one, we also can make a mark for the first stage and for the first round, and then we continue to finish the left 5. 3, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one. So let us just take down the hook and make the loop larger, otherwise it may be disappeared. And then you can see that we have 2 lines around the ring, and in this way we just tuck this small end, and then to check which line is moved. So you can see that this upper one has become shorter, so let us just tuck it into the opposite direction, and then this one would become shorter and shorter until it disappears. And then let us just tuck this one again. So you can see that it is very secure and tight. You can cut this tail at any time, and it will not become loose. So, and the other steps would be just the same with the single magic ring. And so the next step would be to connect the last stage with the first one. So for the beginner, let us remember to mark the last stage here, and to connect it, just insert our hook into the first stage, and then pull it upward. And then in this way we need just to pull this stage, this loop around another loop here, and then we just finish the first round. So you can see this is very secure, and actually this is the last stage for the first round, and this small V is just a slip stage for connection. And to start the next round, we need another stage chain here. and this one is also does not count as the part of second round. This is also just for the beginning. So next, to make the round ladder, and we need 2 single crochet for each one stage for this round. So that means we need to have totally 12 stages finally. This is the first single crochet we have done for the second round. So let us just also can remember to mark it, and then we can take it this one. And we have done the first stage here, and we need another one underneath the same stage. So this is the second stage for the second round, and for the third one, we just insert the hook into the second stage of the first round, and here we need to make 2 single crochet, and just continue the same processes for the left ones, and still need 2 and 2 single crochet in each stage. Two single crochet in one stage. And then let us double confirm whether we have done 10 stages here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we come to the final stage. And in this stage, we also need to make 2 single crochet. And then we will finish the 12 stages on the second round. And so you can see that this is the last stage for the first round, and then the 2 small V's are just for connection. So let's just connect the last one with the first one. So insert our hook into this stage and make a slip stitch here. So this is the end, and let me just cut the line. And finally, let us just make a comparison and with the first one with the single magic ring, and you can see what would be the difference. So this is the single magic ring. Still remember the hole here, and it would be very easy to become loose for this beginning because it can be moved very easily. And you can see, let me just make an example to make it come out from this stage. So you can see it's so easy to make it loose, right? So this is the weakness and disadvantage of the single magic ring. But for the double magic ring, there isn't any space here, and for this part, it is very difficult for you to find anywhere to make it loose. So I strongly recommend you to do the double magic ring at the beginning to make your project much more secure. So this is the end of the session. I have done what I have told you. That is what is the single magic ring and what is the double magic ring and what is the differences between them. And in addition, I also introduced how to make a circle, a round shape. That is, in the first round, we just began with 6 single crochet, and for the next round, we can make 2 single crochet in each one stage. So make it ladder. So that is the method how to make a simple circle here. So that's all, and thank you very much. Bye bye.